Yung West Philippine Sea, alam mo, ang totoo niyan, pabalik-balik tayo. Ako gusto ko, tinanong ko nga si Secretary Lorenzana, na pwede ba tayong pumunta doon, papasok tayo sa mga Spratly Island yun, ng barko natin. Of course, it should be a Coast Guard. We do not send gray ships to mga warship dyan. Na para ipakita lang natin sa top Pilipino na baski ng ilang balik natin doon, wala talagang mangyari. Because we are not in the possession of the sea. Huwag ka lang magulo. You claim that even if you go there and wala rin mangyari kasi para sa isip nila kanila. Even if I go there, I said with Secretary Lorenzana, and sail there and ask questions, wala mangyari. Sasagutin ka lang, but you know, the issue of the West Philippine Sea remains to be a question forever. Until such time that, we can take it back. Ang akin yan is, walang iba, gera lang. If we promote a war against China and America, medyo siguro mamadalian. Pero at what cost to us? Ayan ang problema. Iyan talaga ang problema. But we can retake it only by force. There is no way that we can get back the tawag nilang Philippine Sea without any bloodshed. Yan talaga ang totoo. Baski na anong sabihin ng mga military, may iba dyan, alam ko na na walang ginawa. You know the cost of war. And if we go there and really to find out and to assert jurisdiction, he said it would be bloody. It would result in a violence that we cannot maybe win. Ang problema nito, we have always, sided with America in so many issues, including this one. Pero kung sabihin mo that America will go to war because of the Philippine Sea, tapos tayo ang mag-umpisa. Ang sa doon that, alam mo doon sa Mutual Defense Treaty, I don't know if I'm right, only if we are being attacked and assaulted.
Yes.
It is not, does not include a war that is initiated by us.
Yes. Correct.
So, yung alam ko may mga military na may nagre-retire. Ano bang gusto ninyo? Ako, I am ready. Ay, anak ng waiting. If just a matter of going there and looking for trouble and maybe violence, okay sa akin. But I said, at what cost would that be to the country? Wala. Hindi tayo pwedeng pumunta doon magipag-away for the simple reason that particular provision in the RPUS states that only when we are being assaulted or being there in a war not of our own making. So yan ang gusto kong yan. Anong gusto ninyo? Ito naman si Carpio. Daldal ng daldal. Wala namang, ano bang gusto mo? Sige ka punta doon sa, do you think China will obey the United Nations? I'll ask you a question. If the United Nations will ask China to surrender because of that award given to us. Ibibigay ba ng China yan? Ano ang problema? Can the United Nations compel China? And do you think China will just give it freely because of the United Nations demand? Yan ang hindi ko maintindihan kay Carpio. He's a dreamer. And besides, yung amo niya, it started the occupation of constructive, how would you call it in the international parlance? The constructive occupation of China happened during the Aquino administration. May isang barko doon, nagpadala tayo. There was a standoff. Maybe going to a violent stage. Alam mo, ang nagpaalis sa atin ang Amerika. Ang usapan, ang Pilipinas mag-retreat, ang China mag-retreat. Ang ginawa ng China hindi nag-retreat, ang Pilipinas ang nag-retreat. Ang pagador noon si Del Rosario. Yan, tandaan mo yan, Carpio. Sige ka daldal. The constructive occupation was completed. It was a notice to the world na nung hindi sila umalis, tayo ang umalis. Ibig sabihin, amin to, kaya ka umalis. Itong si Carpio, kung anong pinagdadaldal, si dreamer, I'll give you 100 years. You can never get something there, baski isang basong tubig sa China ngayon. Tapos sige kayo intriga sa Pilipino, sige kayo intriga. Sabi ko nga, ano bang gusto ninyo? Sige, tell me what to do, except yung mga papel-papel ninyo. Walang kakwenta na just to create, whatever it is. Maraming daldal. Wala ka naman talagang magawa. I said, the constructive occupation of the West Philippine Sea was completed by the singular act of China not retreating. Yan sa international law, ganun yan. Ikaw yung umalis, ibig sabihin, hindi iyo. At bakit umalis? Itong si Secretary Albert, usap ng Amerikano, takot ng gera. Takot na. Sana hinayaan na lang nila. Ang totoo niyan, ayaw ko lang magyabang. Kung mangyari uli yan, ako, I'm putting China to, I do not want any quarrel. But in a situation like that, if repeated in my administration, I think there will going to be a, taka lang, hindi ako walis. Tsaka kung may barko ako dyan ngayon, yung Coast Guard nandyan, hindi rin ako mag-alis. I will not. Marami, sabi ng Secretary Lorenzana, mga resupply natin, yung mga Coast Guard natin, if they are driven away, I would tell them to stay put. I am addressing myself to the Chinese government. We want to remain friends. We want to share whatever it is. Sinabi ko naman sa inyo sa Chinese government, I'm not so much interested now in fishing. I don't think there's enough fish really to worry about. But when we start to mine, when we start to get whatever it is in the bowels of the China Sea sa ating oil, diyan na ako. But by that time, I will send my ships there. I will send my gray ships there to state a claim. Yan masiguro ninyo. Pag kinuha na yung oil, kung anong mga nickel dyan, precious stones, that would be the time, because that is the time that we should act on it. Hindi ngayon na yung pahabol-habulan lang dyan. Ano ba naman? Habulin yung isang reporter na ano. Ako, totoo yan. Pag mag-umpisa na sila ng drill ng oil dyan, sabihin ko talaga sa China, is that part of our agreement? Because if it is not part of our agreement, I'm going to also to drill my oil there. If you own it, I own it. I do not want to quarrel, but that is how. Noon ko pa sinabi yan. Yung pagkatapos na nag-usap kami ni President Xi Jinping na sinabi ko na I will get my oil also. Sabi niya, please don't. We just leave it that way. In the meantime, so because, nandyan yung mga cabinet members. Anyo, kasi the chief of staff ko pa noon. Dinala ko kayo para may mga living witnesses ako na may ginawa. Pati yung mga military na nagdududa, wala akong ginawa. Minuka ko talaga. Andiyan kayo, dyan, Anyo, dyan, Esperon, si Delvin. Sinabi ko na, one day, I will drill my oil there and mine whatever is ours.